got you all the way up at 9 pounds when you swung that thing around.
Yeah, you're booming in here, dude. I got you up into the red there. Yeah, you're smoking in from Anchorage, Alaska.
Were you talking to Anchorage? This is Brian up in Fairbanks.
Oh, sorry about that, Brian. I was confusing with somebody else. Yeah, Fairbanks, Alaska. Yeah, you're smoking in here, Brian.
Yeah, so normally, I believe you normally talk to Mike down in the Anchorage area or the Soldotna area. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, that's right. I also talked to 90702.
Yes, exactly. So this is Operator Brian. Like I said, I'm up here in Fairbanks. You've actually made video gates of me before and put them on YouTube.
Yeah, we're doing a video gate right now. I got my camera rolling. I'm not live right now. I was shooting video gates of Europe, and I'll do a video gate right now. I got my little Canon camera rolling, so you'll see how good you're coming in.
Yeah, okay. Well, I appreciate the contact once again. I do. I was trying to see if I can get that Ontario station, and I didn't have a chance to make contact with him. I actually haven't talked to Ontario in quite a while.
Oh, dude, he'll be able to hear you, not a problem. You are shaking the radio room down here. It sounds like you're sitting right next to me here on Salt Spring Island.
Yeah, okay, I think I may just turn the power down a little bit here. I'm running the Icom 7300 today, and I've got it turned up almost 100%. Let me turn it down a little bit. I was trying to make that contact there.
Oh, yeah, no, good audio, buddy. Your audio's perfect. Your signal's perfect. When I swung the beam around, I could hear you in there at the northeast, but it brought your signal right up from like a 2 to like 40 over.
Yeah, okay, well, good. And then I likewise have the beam, but I don't have it hooked up right now. I need to get that hooked back up. I got it pointing directly to the south right now, so I'm almost pointed directly towards like Australia, right in between Australia and Hawaii, and it's not doing very good these days.
I think you're probably north by northwest of our islands, QSL.
Yes, I am almost dead right in the middle of northwest and north. So if you were to look at my location from your location on the map, it's almost right in the middle of the two. And normally you kind of fade in on me in the afternoon. To have you at 10:30 my time is kind of a surprise.
Yeah, really. Yeah, usually you guys come in later. Okay, so I swung the beam. Now you're between north and northwest, and it actually brought your signal up even more, so very loud. Hey, say your unit number again. Bring back your number, because I am shooting a video gate here, so people can hear.
Oh, okay, well, yeah, I will. So, Whiskey Sierra 0907, Aces High, way up here in the middle of the state of Alaska. We're way up north, and we're about 7 miles north of Fairbanks, Alaska.
That's beautiful, man. Whiskey Sierra 0907.
Yeah, you got it. The one and only.
And what type of beam were you running? What were you running up there?
Okay, so my beam is the Stereo SY3. It's a 3-element beam. And I've also got the old Tri-beam, which is a horizontal. I've got the horizontal and I have the vertical. And my vertical beam is an old Star Skipper.
Cool, a Star Skipper. I haven't heard of that one. I'm running a Stereo SY3 right now. I'm talking to you on a Stereo SY3 3-element Yagi. And you know what? I've had a few beams up since 1977, and I swear this is one of the best ones I've ever owned.
Well, I am kind of partial to the beam, and to have a horizontal polarization is worth its weight in gold. It definitely sounds different. So that's an element. Is that the elements that slide inside themselves for tuning for each one of your elements? They hang on the beam there.
Yeah. So this is a Stereo 3-element flat side Yagi made in Italy. And it's got a gamma match on it, and it does slide in and out. It just has a single gamma match, and just a really good, simple antenna that, hey, for the really long distance stuff, you can't beat it.
Yeah, the serial antennas, I actually have a 3-element serial myself, and that's the SY3, or the Sierra Yankee 3, the 3-element. And one of the problems, of course, up here in the winter environment is the moisture getting inside of the tubes.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't really seem to be bothering. I mean, I find the match goes up a little bit when it rains, but I am running an MFJ IntelliTuner automatic antenna tuner on it. I have it pretty much a flat match for some of the lower channels up to around 41, 42, and then after that it starts to change a little bit, so I'm using the tuner right now.
Yeah, okay, well, it's working good for you. So what I meant by the moisture there, Joe, is the moisture will get inside of the elements, and if you have the tubes blocked off on the ends with those little plastic caps, it'll trap water in it just as the natural bend of the beam. On the ends of the elements, it'll split the aluminum open, of course, when the water freezes.
Oh, that's interesting. We don't have to worry about that too much down this way. It rarely freezes like that.
Yeah, so we have we can see 50 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit sometimes, so we do have quite a bit of problems with the ice, of course. And then if you get a storm that comes in, we call it a Chinook wind. If it blows in something warm, we get moisture in the air, and that freezes on the beams. Then I have a beam start sagging, and then of course the beam can crack. So the holders on the beam itself for each element can crack.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense to me. Yeah, because you're that much more farther north than me, so winter conditions would be harsh. Down here, our winters are wet, with very little snowfall or no snowfall at all in some winters. Right now, we have about 58 degrees. We got the Pineapple Express, so it's about 58 degrees here right now. But last winter, we did get pretty cold. It got down to around 20 degrees Fahrenheit, Roger.
Oh, wow. 20 degrees has got to be really, really cold with all the humidity you guys have in the air, huh?
Yeah, it's funny. The winter here, yeah, we get the humidity. But, the funny thing is, spring and summer, our summer months, humidity is extremely low here on the Gulf Islands, like 37 to 40%.
Wow, that's actually really, really high for us. We got a really, really dry winter up here. It's really hard to make a snowman. The snow is like sugar.
That's the best kind of snow, man. We got the wet, slushy, crappy, terrible, the worst snow in the world here. It actually sticks to everything like glue.
Oh, yeah. Well, the grandkids would definitely be outside rolling balls making snowmen. I'll tell you what. That's a kind of a plus, but a minus when you got to go driving on it.
Oh, it's terrible to drive in. It is crap, man. We get like an inch of snow on the ground here, and there's cars all over in the ditch.
That sounds horrible.
It is terrible, man. And then it turns to rain right after, so snow doesn't last long here. We get a dump of snow, you get 5 or 6 inches of it, and within a day or two or a few days, it's pouring down with rain, and then it's a sloppy mess. I prefer to have, like, if it was 20 degrees out, and you get a snowfall, it's nice dry snow. It's way different.
Oh, wow, yeah. So how do your trees, all those trees that you have on your through those winters, does the cold seem to bother them too much? It looks like maybe you got some palm trees or something there.
Yeah, we have a palm nursery here. Nope, never ever lost a palm tree in the winter here. It's never ever gets cold enough for the species we grow. We have probably about 6 different types of palm trees in our garden, and a lot of them are good down to around, I'm going to say, 10 degrees Fahrenheit or lower.
Oh, wow, that's a really tough tree. Now, did you get some of those trees from elsewhere? Did you get them out of, like, Hawaii or down in the southern hemisphere? Or were those all indigenous to your area?
Negative. I grew them from seed, and the main one we grow is called a Chinese windmill palm tree, Trachycarpus, and they're actually native to the mountains of China, and they grow all over our island. There's big ones with 30 feet of trunk on them that were planted in the 60s. So I go around and I collect seed from those, and our own palm trees produce seed and actually naturalize self-seed on our property. I get seed sent to me from the southeastern U.S., where there's some hardy varieties of palms growing, so I grow a lot of them from seed.
Oh, wow, that's impressive. So now I guess the next question I have is, do you think something like that will possibly grow up here in this far north?
Unfortunately not. In the ground, no. The farthest I know of the Trachycarpus surviving was Sitka, Alaska. We had a Palm Society member plant some in Sitka, Alaska in I think it was 92, and they lasted about 20 years up against a alcove in a building, and then they finally got one bad freeze out in Sitka, because it is milder out there because of the ocean. They finally froze, but they lasted about 20 years.
Oh, wow, that's impressive. So when the tree actually got to a certain size, it couldn't survive any longer. Actually, its own size was its demise.
Yeah, it was the cold too. It was the cold. So I mean, yeah, there's so many here on Salt Spring Island. Like they're all over our town, right? Big ones too. When you go through our main village, you'll see lots of palm trees.
Well, yeah, wow, that's impressive. Well, Joe, I've got some radio traffic going on here, so I get a little bit sketchy on my end trying to listen to you, and I've got some chores I need to get done with the wife. It's been a really, really pleasure of mine to talk to you once again, and I do appreciate it. You know I do. I'm sending you flowers and 7-3s your way, buddy.
You as well, buddy. I got a long video gator. I'm probably gonna have to upload this one tonight. It's with our slow internet. It's just about 11 minutes long. Okay, there, Brian. Cheers and beers, bud, up there in Fairbanks, Alaska. It was a pleasure to talk to your fine sounding station. Have a great day. I know you guys are an hour behind us, so it's 11:30 a.m. here, Pacific Coast time on the Gulf Islands. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to go out and do some gardening.
Yeah, okay, Joe. Thank you once again for the QSO. And 0907 Fairbanks, Alaska will be clear.
All right, cheers in 73s. 9 UDX 791 Gulf Islands, QSX. Good sounding station out of Fairbanks.